Hello Virgos, welcome to this channel. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you all are doing well. This is your full moon reading. This full moon is happening in your sign. It's on the 14th. It's also an eclipse. So let's see what's coming through for you. Big changes. So you can use this for your sun, moon and rising sign. If Virgo is your sun sign, remember to watch the moon and rising sign as well. Okay. Now let's see. If you have a question for the cards, you can ask now. I will also be pulling out an oracle card at the end. Maybe you will find your answer here. So ask your question now and let's see what's coming through. Virgos, 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 Virgo. All right. So your cards are Wheel of Fortune. I was talking about change. That's what this energy represents. Big changes. Page of Swords, Page of Cups. Okay, two pages. Very youthful energy, or it could also be, it could be your energy, Virgos, or something you are someone you are dealing with, or energy of a situation. So we will see what this is all about. So 9 of Wands. This has to do with stress, a stressful situation, something that you are coming across, a challenge. 2 of Swords, confusion. Finally, 9 of Pentacles. So that's your card, okay? 9 of Pentacles has to do with freedom, independence. So this is something that you are not seeing right now. And that's where you are, that's what you are moving into. This is the energy you are moving into, okay? So what I want to say is this has to do with freedom, independence, spending time alone, and spending some quiet time, retreat, taking care of yourself and taking it easy, taking it slowly, and that's what's recommended during this full moon. So your ruling planet is Mercury, okay? Now Mercury is in retrograde, and Mercury has to do with communication, technology, information, things like that. And here you have Page of Swords. Page of Swords here has to do with practicing caution. It may have something to do with communication, conversations you are having with someone. So this is like you being alert, high alert. And that's what this energy is also about. Keeping your guard up, boundaries, setting strong boundaries. And then this is also something to do with something you are confused about. So what I want to say is, even though this has to do with endings and beginnings, however, this full moon is also an eclipse, and this has to do with endings before the new beginning happens. So now is the time when we don't want to begin anything new. This is the time when we want to pause, reflect, and get clarity on where we are now and where we are going, how we want to get there. So it could be any area of your life. We all are going through different things. It may have something to do with your relationship, something to do with your career, something you want to begin. Like it could be a creative project that you want to take up, or it may have something to do with your health, family situation, place of living, things like that. So whatever it is, now is a time when you want to get some clarity around that, and really know like what is it that you really want to experience before you begin anything. Okay, so that's this energy. But if you are trying to fight, struggle with things, then it will only lead to more frustration. So if something is not working, if you don't have the right information, if you are confused about something, sit with that confusion, okay? Even though it's kind of uncomfortable, because our mind doesn't like uncertainty, right? Our mind wants to be certain and to be sure of things. And when it doesn't get that, we become kind of anxious, restless, we struggle with things, try to control and things like that, which only leads to frustration. So you want to work with this energy, sit with it as long as you want, and also instead of what you are doing here is here in this, with this you are kind of, this is stressful situation, but with this, that frustration is going away. This is the underneath, this was the energy underneath, right? So when this goes away, when you accept whatever the situation is, if you are coming across obstacles, delays, lack of information, whatever the case may be, if you could just be okay and accept and have patience, then this is the energy you are moving into. So this has to do with slow and steady progress. Okay, this doesn't mean that you are stuck. You are making progress, but it's just that you want to work with this energy, and this has to do with patience and taking it easy and knowing that letting things unfold and take its own time. Okay, so the snail, see the snail here represents a slow and steady progress. And this also has to do with being ready. You are ready for something, whatever it is that you want to begin, or whatever it is that you are thinking and planning about. With this, it feels like you are ready. So if you are confused, know that this opportunity, if it has something to do with an opportunity, this is, you are coming across this opportunity because you are ready. Okay, so yes, so that's nice. And here again, Seven of Wands, Virgos. So this is energy of, again, setting boundaries, stress. So looks like things are going to get really busy in the coming days. This could also be you trying to juggle, you are handling several things at the same time, and that can lead to, again, stress. And it could also be, it's like, walking on eggshells. That's the energy that I am getting, walking on eggshells. So being very, keeping you are keeping your guard up, you are alert, and it's like something can happen any moment, things like that. So I'm not sure what the situation is, but whatever it is, you just want to know how you are feeling about things and how it's affecting your health, and if there is any way you can divert your focus towards something else, while and maybe this situation, whatever it is, it will resolve on its own. Or when the mind is at rest, when the body is at rest, maybe you will find some new insights, new ideas on how to handle that situation. So yeah, just know how much stress you are taking on, because this doesn't look good. Okay, and with Knight of Pentacles, this is again earth energy, and this is also earth energy, so that yours is an earth element. So this is again taking it easy, taking it slowly. So what I am seeing for you is you are in this energy of stress, but then you are like taking a pause to breathe, and but then again you are going back to the same energy, like again falling into that stress, and then taking when you realize that you are taking a step back to just relax, rest the mind, relax and things like that. So it's like an ongoing thing. So whatever the situation is, this is like a, it's like being in the loop, not in the loop, like like a hamster wheel, So it could be that you are coming across the same situation again and again. If that is the case, know what needs to change. Okay, so instead of focusing on the external, what I want to say is focus on, like, go inward. So this has to do with external, what's something that we don't have control over. It could be any area of your life. So it's we feel this way, like we feel stressed out when things are not in our when we don't have control over something, and so external situations. But what you want to do is take go inward and know how can you stay more centered, how can you balance your energies. So take the focus from what you don't have control over and focus on what you do have control over. So that's what this situation demands. Otherwise it will only lead to more frustration and stress. So yes, Wheel of Fortune here also has to do with centering ups and downs, so it may have something to do with the energy that you are in. So know how can you how do I say this? Well, it has to do with creating and maintaining some kind of balance while you are in that in that situation. And once the dust settles down, then you will know what to do. And this is change. So yes, it could be, maybe some of you guys are initiating these changes. Okay, maybe there is something maybe you are making some lifestyle changes. It may have something to do with your health. This could also be physical exercise, whatever it is that you are taking up. What I want to say is, don't force anything. You want to take it easy, and maybe take it slowly and be consistent. However, if you are pushing through and if you are forcing things, that might lead to health related issues, so just be aware of that. And here again, maybe some of you guys are initiating these changes, something to do with your career, your relationships, your health, lifestyle changes, family situation, things like that. So if that is the case, like what kind of challenges you are coming across and how to navigate them. But if it's like just happening, like for instance, what's happening in the world, things like that, then sometimes some of us, we don't like change, right? We like to be in a comfort zone, and we don't want to like rock the boat, right? So if that is the case, then you might come across some challenges, so stay open to, maybe these changes are happening for the good, they always are. It's just like when we are in the middle of these changes, things may feel kind of chaotic. We may have to adjust, adapt, and learn things like that. So that may not feel comfortable, but it's all about how we are taking it, how we are seeing these situations. So know that these changes are happening for the best. So it's about, when the changes happen, we want to be at the center. If we are on the edges, then and by that what I mean is, if we are resisting these changes, if we are holding on to our own ideas about things, then it will get really stressful. So what I want to say is, go with the flow, Virgo. I don't want to like explain too much, what this is all about, but the cards are suggesting you go with the flow. Do not resist these changes. They are happening for the best. Adjust, adapt, learn, and you got this. It's just that you just want to take it easy and go through it slowly and consciously, and also know what's going on in the body, how you are feeling about things, how can you stay more centered, and you will get through this beautifully. Okay, yes. And here you also have Page of Swords. Page of Swords and Two of Swords, something to do with communication here. So it's like you don't want to create any well, how do I say this? I'm not getting the right word. Any problems, you know, it's like you don't want to create any problems. So it could be that you are being very careful of what you are saying, what you are doing, and things like that. And like it's like, yeah. So being so now is also the time we want to protect our space, our energy. So maybe that's what you guys are coming across with these two energies. This is like, you know, setting some strong boundaries, setting expectations, you knowing like where to put your energy and time, and not letting anyone cross the boundaries, you know. So that's what this energy is like, protecting yourself, protecting your space, your energies. It could be that you guys are working on something, so you are staying away from social circle, things like that. Or it could be that you are letting people know what is acceptable and what is not. So that's the energy we are in. This full moon eclipse is all about releasing. You know, this is happening in South Node, which has to do with release. So most of us are in this energy. So it's about knowing what we want to you know, what is draining and what energizes us, what needs to go, and what we want to move towards. So it's all about, you know, a period of self-reflection and getting clarity on how we want to move forward with you know. Yes, so yes, listen to your intuition is what I want to say, and know like what's happening in the environment, and when do you want to pull back, and when do you want to put your energy there, when do you want to get involved, and things like that. So that's important, so you don't have to worry about things later on. For some of you guys, this also has to do with writing, speaking, so maybe a creative project that you are taking up, speaking engagement. Yes, that's lovely. And Page of Cups. Okay, now Page of Cups is beautiful energy. This is water element. So looks like, you know, you may hear from someone, and yes, so it could be that this person is actually going through something, some difficulty. So maybe either they want your help with something, or maybe they just want to talk, you know. So know that, so expect phone calls, expect messages. And with Wheel of Fortune, it has to do with past. So for some of you guys, it also has to do with past repeating itself. You know, that's what happens during retrograde season, and that is an opportunity for us to really know if this is something we want to engage in, or if it's if we want to just let go and move forward, you know. So there is a decision. So that's your decision, Virgo. So not sure, like it could be a, you know, it doesn't have to be a major thing. I mean, doesn't have to be that intense or anything. For some of you guys, it could be, you know, relationships, situation. It could be relationships, like people from the past, you hearing from them, things like that. Or it could be situations that you had to deal with in the past. So now that you went through that, now if you come across a similar situation or the same situation, now you will know like how to respond to this situation because you have learned your lessons, right? So that's what this energy is about. Like a test is what I want to say, like a test from the universe maybe, to see if you have learned your lessons, things like that. I mean, something we all have to go through in this life, right? So Page of Cups, yes, expect communication. On the other hand, like I told you guys, stay connected to yourself, you know, your intuition. So taking some quiet time every day would be highly beneficial, or a walk in the nature, weather permitting, or you know, meditation, whatever it is that you are comfortable doing. Like it doesn't have to be a new practice, but something you are comfortable with. You know, it could be creating arts, it could be listening to music, and when you know, that's when our energy is settled, that's when we get new insights. So be aware of signs, synchronicities, conversations, what you are seeing and hearing, your dreams, you know. So you might get some new information, new insights, so you don't want to miss it. So stay connected to yourself and know how you can strengthen your connection with yourself. Like for instance, self-care is important during this period, and also what works for you, what's best for you, you know, that's important to know. So you can stay peaceful and you know, and calm during this period if things are getting a little bit chaotic. All right, now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. So if there is a deadline or something coming up, be proactive, because you also have this, and this maybe it could be something that you are not seeing at this moment. So this is what is coming through. So if there is something that you needed to do, like no, you know, make it a priority maybe. Like for instance, it could be like something to do with a home situation, like if a maintenance is due, something to do with your vehicle, or it could also be health checkup, something to do with your kids. So be proactive, so you don't have to, you know, rush through things. So prioritizing, like making a list, that's what this energy is about, list. You know, priority list, so you don't forget anything. So as and when something pops up, just maybe think about just writing it down so you don't forget. Yeah, just in case, you know, something unexpected comes up. Also, Virgo's listening is really highlighted here with these two energies. Listening is what's coming through all these cards. Okay, it could be listening to yourself, your own intuition. Sometimes, you know, there are times when our, you know, that gut feeling, right? There is this, how do I say this? Well, you know, what I want to say is just listen closely to your intuition. If it, you don't want to struggle with yourself, you know, struggle with your own intuition. If it feels like you don't want to trust yourself, okay? And so yeah, listening, it could be listening to yourself and what you are seeing, hearing, or it could also be, you know, when it comes to networking, meetings, you know, personal conversation that you are having with someone, avoid making any assumptions. Like I told you in the beginning, Mercury is, this is the energy we all are moving in. I mean, we all are coming across. Okay, so it's a collective message, not just for you. So yeah, we might miss something if we are not paying close attention to what's happening. It could be, you know, when I said listening, I don't mean just the words. What I also mean is what's happening in the environment, you know. So keep your eyes and ears open, and it has to do with also understanding how someone is feeling, you know, not just their words. Like for instance, you know, people around, maybe they won't say anything, maybe there is something they may be going through and they might not say anything. For instance, this could be somebody else's energy, it doesn't have to be your energy. Okay, so maybe they are going through some stressful situation, they may not say anything, but this is about really picking up on things and really, you know, keeping your eyes and ears open, knowing like what's going on. If it feels like something's off, you know, what's going on. So yeah, so you can be there, you know, if there is something you can do to be helpful, things like that. So that's important. And also we don't want to go by someone's words, right? So this has to do with emotions. Like it could also be anger, maybe it could be your energy or it could be somebody else's energy. Anger and frustration. So when someone is angry, it doesn't have to be about that particular situation. It could also be about something that happened in the past, unresolved emotions, right? Resentments that we hold on to. Sometimes just something simple happens and we just burst out. So it may not have anything to do with that particular situation. It may have something to do with what they have been bottling up, you know. So if this is your energy, just know is it time to just forgive and release and let go. If it has to do with others, maybe you might come across some emotional situations and know how you can handle this, and you don't want to go by the surface appearances of things. With this, it feels like, you know, you are looking, it could be it could be either you or it could be somebody else, you know. Whoever this person is, they are only looking at the surface. They are not going beyond to really understand the situation clearly, you know. It may have something to do with information that you are coming across, opportunities, or it could just be personal life and personal interactions. So if this is your energy, know like what's going on underneath. So diving a little deeper to have that conversation and understanding things, you know, if it's important for you, you know, or else, you know, you can just let it go. You don't want to get involved. But then if this is important, so know like how you can get through that wall. We all have walls, right? We all, we put up these walls to protect ourselves because we don't want to get hurt. You know, we don't want to repeat past mistakes, past experiences and things like that. So yeah, so if there is something you want to like break the wall, go beyond to really understand what's going on. Okay, now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. Spirit, please give us a message for Virgos. What do we need to know? What do we need to be aware of? Virgo. Okay. So Virgo, the message is guardian. I was talking about putting up keeping your armor up, things like that, and but this is different energy. So this is about protecting. Okay, so that's exactly what this energy is, you know, protecting. So this is you protecting what's important for you. So it could be protecting your space, your energies, because you don't because you just want to be peaceful, you know, you don't want any nonsense, any drama. So you just want to be careful of where you are putting your energy and time and things like that. Or it could also be people in your life, something to do with kids, because this is youthful energy here. So maybe for some of you guys it may have something to do with children in your life. It could be your kids or kids in your children in your life, children, maybe you are working with children, things like that. Or a family situation, a project that you are working on. So yes, and this is like you're expecting something bad. So know what's going on in the mind, how you are feeling about things, and how you can calm. How can you take measures? Of course, right? If there is something we want to take steps to eliminate, to avoid these kinds of situations. But it's at the same time, it's also important, if this is stressful, how you can not let it affect your health. So the message here is you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Wow. And all these times, this is what we were talking about, and that's exactly what came through on the card. So maybe you are concerned about what's going on with someone you love, or it could also be your own like health situation. If that is the case, this is a message from your spirit asking you not to worry about things. You are protected. The people you love, they are protected. So it's all is well. Okay, so stop worrying about things and take it easy. All right, now let me read this out to you. Maybe we will find some new insights. So Guardian. All right, so the message is you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Like me, you have a sacred mission to spread love and light. Yet this isn't a position that comes from tension or worry. Instead, the gentle essence of a joyful heart and light-hearted laughter sets your power into motion. Why would there be any tension in your mind or system unless you believe that you were somehow unsafe? And how could you be unsafe when you have called upon the spiritual warriors to watch over you? Your prayers have activated the flawless protection of heaven. So ease your mind of all cares and concerns and concentrate instead upon your holy mission. The angels are watching over you and your family. Your future is safe and secure. All your needs are being met and always will be. The worst is now behind you. The Greek goddess Artemis is a twin sister of Apollo, the sun god. She is a powerful, tomboyish goddess who prefers to spend her time in the woods with wild animals. Artemis has carried a bow and arrow ever since they were given to her in childhood, yet she never uses them to hurt anything. Rather, the energy of her bow and arrow is a talisman that helps her focus her thoughts and intentions, and she always reaches the mark of her manifestations. Artemis helps us concentrate and focus as well. She offers protection to all who call upon her, particularly women and children. Yes. So, remember to, like I told you, like I think many times, be aware of what's going on in the mind, how you are feeling about things. Be aware of fear-based thoughts, how you are feeling about things, what are you stressed about, things like that. Because when we are in that energy, that's what we attract. So we want to just be aware of intentions, be aware of words, because our thoughts and words are powerful, and this also has to do with karmic energies. So we don't want to attract anything that we don't want to experience, and that's exactly what we want to that's the energy that we want to be in. What is it that we want to experience? So all these things, I don't want to over explain. So just be aware and know how you can center and balance your energies. How can you let go of worrisome thoughts? And it's all about saying affirmations that all is well, everything is going to be just fine, there is nothing to worry about, and you are safe and protected. Okay. So there you go, Virgos. That's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. If these messages resonated, please do remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, support this channel, and share with whoever who needs to hear these messages. And if you want to share something with me, put that in the comment section. It will be nice to hear from you. And I'm sending you all full moon blessings. Please take good care of yourself, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye-bye.